What's up, people? This is YA.4 Sports. You know I gotta give you my version of Shedeur Sanders and the situation with the NFL and what's going on. It's what I do. I kick the raw truth. Now I'm gonna have my man the R ghosting the situation, so you're gonna hear the R, but unfortunately we don't have enough room for two big motherfuckers. You heard pause, you heard? But my man R's gonna talk to y'all. So when he talk, he gonna alley-oop me and I'm gonna bang out the questions, pause again. R, talk to me.
Yo, Al York, so I want your thoughts, man. How does Shedeur Sanders, who just 2 months ago was thought to be, a possible first number one overall pick.
Number one or
Number one,
first
yeah,
round?
They was talking about he possibly is the number one overall pick. He falls to the 5th round to number 144 overall. How does that happen? How does he drop that far?
Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give a couple breakdowns of other analysts that I heard, and I'm going to give you mine real quick. I heard Michael Irvin talking about that he got a strong enough arm, he's big enough, he's smart enough, he's fundamental enough. Michael Irvin's fighting the wrong battle. Then I heard Stephen A. Smith said that maybe it's because he was shining too much doing the watch shit, and then that argument he had with that Colorado State player. Remember that situation? And plus, the shining. A lot of NFL people ain't gonna deal with the glamour like what happened in Colorado. Everybody got their different take. I'm not knocking nobody. This is my take. I think it really has nothing to do with Shedeur Sanders. Yes, a little, but not to this point where he's a 5th round 144 overall. What I think is that they don't want to deal with Deion Sanders. When I say they, I mean the NFL. They don't want to have him and his entourage on the field with whatever NFL team it is. NFL's not having that. It happened in Colorado where he had actors, he had analysts, ex-players, and rappers on the sideline. That's a no-go in the NFL. To be honest with you, I'm surprised it passed through in college football. But it did. He slid that through. So I don't think it's more Shedeur, Rob. I think it's the NFL. They put a hate block on him. Maybe a letter went around. Something went around because there's no way this young boy is going to wind up, what was it, the 5th, 6th selection as a quarterback? How is that even possible? Well, I'm just saying, this is the first time we ever had somebody come out of, so I'm going to answer this dude. Yeah. No, listen, it's all good. I love this. We got a gentleman right now that said that it could have happened either way. I agree.
You on YouTube?
I think it was just for ratings. As soon as Shedeur gets drafted,
right.
I like that take though. I've never
that's a scenario that
locked in for a while.
And that's ill. I like that, but I think it's more that the NFL is kind of hating on his pops and it's falling down on him.
Right.
So like I say, this is the first time we had somebody jump in, whatever, but I love it. This is what we do. This is sports. Yeah, I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, so that's basically what I'm thinking. Shedeur is getting punished because of his father. His father spoke shit in the NFL, got away with it because he was so good as a player. Stephen A. said this, so I'm not taking a page from him, but I agree with him. When you're so good and you talk shit and you back it up, a lot of people can't deal with that. And they refuse to let this happen again or let Deion dictate the NFL like he's so-called dictating college football. Oh, what else you got for me?
Listen. They just give me an extra question to ask you, all right? Listen, what do you think about the so-called Sanders primetime fiasco? Like, do you think it's that bad? Because I see a family that supports each other, a dad that will do anything for his kids. I don't see it like that. What do you think?
I agree with you. A lot of us love what Deion's doing. But there's a billion motherfuckers that hate it. And it's unfortunate because it's not their fault that they roll as a family like that, or they shouldn't get punished for that. You understand what I'm saying? And Shedeur is getting punished, and his pops is getting punished because Primetime being so successful. But you know, like I said, people don't like the glamour shit. You know, the arm shit. You know, the Dion high step. You know, Primetime is dance. He got Shiloh doing the dance. We love that. The regular fans love that. The league hates that. You know that, huh?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people totally against that. And I'm glad that at least he got picked up, but I'm going to tell you why I think that happened. Because if he doesn't get drafted, I think Dion's going to try to get at the league in some kind of lawsuit way. Now, I know maybe not possible, because it's possible you don't have to get drafted. But it's just, how does he not get drafted, huh?
So
He was predicted to go no later than top 6 or maybe top 9, right? Let's say top 9 is Saints.
First
because
round,
if the Raiders were going to go, or first round, how does he fall to 5, 144? That's just fucking insane. And May said one thing too that makes sense. May said that the league was showing them that you're not bigger than the league.
So wait. So you saying the league colluded against him, right?
I think they was in cahoots, bro. I think they was in cahoots. Like, I got no facts on that, so I don't want y'all to be like, yo, who does dude think he is? That's my opinion. I've been in the game too long to know this young man should have been drafted no later than round 2. Okay, if you went round 2, a lot of people still disagree with that. I would have been all right with that, How the fuck he falls to round 5? How the fuck dude just picking, what's his name, Dylan what? Dylan Gabriel.
He's my height.
Shouse. You know, okay.
He's a fucking midget.
I can see Jackson Dort because a lot of people like him. But how do you pick Dylan Gabriel and Shouse in front of motherfucking Shedeur, who did it on a team that, you know, they played good competition. Y'all seen it, whether they didn't have a great record or not. And like Mel Kiper said, he took more hits than any other quarterback, got up from the hits, continue to play, and continue to light up the stat sheet. This kid can ball out, man. Yeah,
All right, so he's got drafted by Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland Browns.
What do you think about that fit?
Okay, then we're going to end it with this because we don't want to be too long with this. I love that Cleveland got him in the dog pound. That gives them every reason to try to beat out Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, and, Watson ain't going to play. And who else they got over there?
Kenny Pickett.
Oh, yeah, Pickett. I think Pickett's going to be tray bait, if you ask me.
They just got him. They just traded him.
So I love the situation for him. But unfortunately, there's no playmakers over there. They got running back Jerome Ford. They just pick up rookie running back for Sean Junkins. He's pretty good, but he's a rookie. Jerry Judy's a decent receiver. Tier 2, Tier 3, not a Tier 1. That's a fact. In Alabama, he was, but he's not in the NFL. Then you got Jamari Thrash, rookie, Cedric Tillman, and then you got a really good tight end in David Njoku. So if he goes over there, I would like to see him sit out a year and let him stack the team up, get maybe another prime receiver, prime running back, or then throw him in with a fair chance to win.
So you saying that he's not going to play weeks, rookie year? He's sitting out.
They signed Joe Flacco to start the season, but that's not to say he can't beat out Joe Flacco.
How about Gabriel?
I don't think Gabriel's like you said, he's too small. He's definitely not ready. Pickett could be ready, but I'm thinking one of them are going to get dealt. You're not going to keep 4 quarterbacks and then 5 with Deshaun Watson that's not going to play.
I think Deshaun Watson's going to be out for the year.
Yeah.
Week 1, who's the starter for Cleveland?
I would have to say Joe Flacco.
I'm going Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah.
Shedeur Sanders win Rookie of the Year. Just saying.
Right. I think he comes in eventually, maybe like an early injury, week 3, week 4, or Flacco looks that bad. And I think Cleveland's going to be forced to bring him in because the crowd's going to force that issue. But my thing is, it's hard to do good things with no weapons, It's hard to do good things with no weapons. But any last words before we close it up for my people?
Man, I'm the biggest Cleveland Browns fan right now. I'm just saying.
He loves Shedeur Sanders, my man the R from Ghost Town, YA.4. Y'all know I'm going to kick it to y'all the raw truth. That's all I know how to do it, man. Hold y'all motherfucking heads, you heard? That part.